Green. Cool. Hopefully you guys didn't miss anything, but if it cut off before I thought it did, because I think we were just talking about the Angular stuff, so like, yeah. No, it wasn't Twitch, that was my internet. So, I think I caught it pretty quick though. That was optimum. But it came back, so yay. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you look back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so that might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. How much energy do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. Smug face. Originates from a 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradoxes. In the first movie, the inventor of the time machine said that it needed 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt does not exist. The scriptwriter made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is gigawatts. There you go. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hoyuin-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? He doesn't get it. I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Doesn't get it. Looks like Hoyuin-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hoyuin-san, do you know what wormholes are? Don't ask me, I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Whew, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But, oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So, we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Sure. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? That's not what negative mass is. Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. To be fair, I can't imagine what it would be like either. But he's describing buoyancy. Totally different than negative mass. That's just something which is not a scientist, but he's wrong. Buoyancy is just lift greater than gravity. That's what he's describing. Ryuzu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force so that it can't squish anymore. Ryuzu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. A little more effort than stabilizing something with anti-mass. A little more challenging. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light. And once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? Yeah, exactly. That's what she's trying to say. This is unfeasible. According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoyun-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is 0, Hoyun-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel completed. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody's ever seen one. Good start. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Sounds easy. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. That's putting it lightly, but yes. Now do you see what I mean when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. But basically an eternity anyway, yes. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? No, I'm afraid not. Firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to microsystems like the universe, or macro or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little... Damn it, Sora, how dare you? Also, hey, welcome to Viperland in the chat. God, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then, what's the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born. Or, in Try's case, don't kill. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. You know, just that. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.0000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is the logical conclusion? maybe loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but these seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. God, just tearing him apart with words, I cried my teeth. When I see Makise Krisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Krisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Krisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Krisu dead. And yet she's alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Krisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri don't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercised. Yep, logical. I seriously doubt that the Makise Krisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kana River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manasayabashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It's summer after all. It's Ocarine! There are 2 girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire, not Miku. Yurashibara Luka. Stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priestess' son. That's right, son. Yeah, so this is the character I mentioned. He doesn't handle this well. Character deserves better. A good character. Don't support the way Ocarine treats them. However, I'm continuing with the game. I still really like this game. But this part has not aged well. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. He's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. He's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. He's a guy. Oop. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy, I don't get why this can hold brooms. I've held brooms before. I've swept things. Plenty of times in my life. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a... You get the point. Damn cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. Clearly lies. Lukaku. That blade I gave you. What happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukaku. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also so happens that Lukaku and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Lukaku is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean... Demon Sword Samidare? I bought it for you, so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980... Would that be $9.80? Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you. They're gonna silence me. Thanks for worrying about me, Ocarine. But who are they? Ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukako, are you making sure to practice with Samidare like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. 10 bucks for that isn't bad. Yeah, $10 for a sword. I think the point is, it's not quality. It's not a demon blade, it's the sword. As long as you carry it and master the Senshin Zanma School of Swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Samidare may be an imitation sword, but it's the only... yeah. It is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Illegal to have around that in Japan? Probably. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. Tax included. My name isn't Okabe. It's Ocarine. Sorry, Kiyama-san. As long as you understand. Now, speak the words. El-Sai... Kongalu? No, not Kongalu. Ongaru. Yes. El-Sai Kongaru. Did I get it right? Lukako smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. We get it. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayuri is not a fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men, does not apply to female otaku in general. Very specific. Very specific. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Hyoyin Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash, teach Lukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world, and how to resist them. The stuff about Demon Sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukako is very obedient and hard-working. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Lukako. Komima's coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Hirari-chan from Rynet, but he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut. Some things have not aged perfectly. I understand. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. It looks like she's chosen Lukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl. He doesn't get it. He talks about other people being dense and not picking up on things quickly, and he just... But come on, Lukako has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? Well, whatever. I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. Eh? But it's really important to Mayushi. It is, yeah. And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukako, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. Exorcism? Then I'll get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kondo Shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? No, who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but that stick with the zigzaggy papery thingies that the priest does a shaky thing with. That's about my knowledge of it too, to be fair. Ah, that sounded really dumb, Okri. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the unsa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Lukuko makes a quick bow, then runs off towards the house, which is on the shrine grounds. 10 are all over 10 years old now, yeah. I believe this is somewhere high on that list, and I know 428 may not be in the top 10, but it's high. It's up there. Oddly enough, another one that's really high on that list I got on Steam, though it's not part of this series, The House of Fata Morgana, I also now own, and is pretty high on that list. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. This is number 4, yeah. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety, because it damn well better be. Obviously, that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, time for me to go to work. Do your best. You're going straight home afterwards? Yup. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Well, I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. Surprise, Fate's at the top. I mean, besides Fate being a popular anime, I hear the visual novel's really, really good. It's not just, oh, Fate's popular, so the visual novel is popular. Apparently it's there. It's number 1 for a reason. It's not just number 1 because, like, oh, it's a popular anime. It's like, no, it's good. But I haven't played it, so I don't know. To the best of my knowledge, we can't stream that game. If what I've heard is correct about it, we can't stream that one. There'd be sexy times. We can't stream that game. But I'd be curious to, like, actually experience the visual novel, but, like, yeah, no. And not like, oh my god, they had, like, a boobie in a game. It's like, no, actual, like, they're hentai in that, apparently. And it's like, Twitch gods don't like that. Not stream friendly, yeah. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
Mayuri.
Wait, Mayuri. Karate-kan. You heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. No. Well, alright. Okarin's a weirdo. I mean, this is facts, though. Bye-bye. Okarin's weird. See ya! Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half-dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukuko returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it. Goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukuko. Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukuko is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. It's the evil spirit in my arm. It's always... They already said it's always the arm or the eye. Always. I grab my violently shaking wrist. Be still, foul spirit. Hurry, Lukuko. It's trying to take over. No way. Please hang in there, Okabe-san. Not Okabe-san. Sorry, Kyoma-san. But what should I... The exorcism. Hurry, just do it, like I taught you. It's always got to be a demon arm, right? Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grasps the onsa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I taught him well. His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Danger. Please, Luca, expel the spirit. I don't want to kill you. Lukaku starts crying. Good job. Great job. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. It's almost as if... Green. Almost as if... But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the onsa up high, shaking it left and right. Please, leave from Okabe, I mean, Yoma-san. It's great, now strike my arm with those zigzags. The tip of the onsa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukaku. Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Brawn Tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. 24-inch CRT television. Doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tenoji Yuko. I call him Mr. Brawn. A fitting name for someone who loves brawn tubes. What's up? That TV you gave... what's up? That TV you gave me broke, that's what. I bet you were treating it rough, weren't you? No. No. Never. I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter. Love. You gotta treat him with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine. Because you work out and don't have a lot of hair on your head, you can't talk about love? I'll need repairs post-haste. Man, why do you always talk like that? Mr. Brawn begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Brawn. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market. You've got mail. Mayuri. Didn't want any of the other Garo Froggies, but I didn't want Fatty. Well, I did want Fatty, but now that I think about it, it wasn't really that cute. Actually, it was kind of weird looking. I wonder why I wanted one so bad. Hey, I just realized. Fatty kind of looks like Daru-kun. So should we respond about the Fatty Froggy or Daru-kun? Oh, that certainly makes the development later unnoticeable. Yeah, For sure. I don't know what you're talking about. There are no flaws in this character. This character is clearly without any flaws whatsoever. No. None. Nope. Nada. Subject, just fatty. What's down, Froggy? Alright, keep Froggy going. Do they even still sell Garo Froggies anymore? Dig the cat ending. Good plan. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. 100% a bad hand. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? You calling my little girl a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It's a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert. Why? But the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs, or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again? If you touch Nai, you're dead. That's it, Nai, a rare name that means to breed. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Naya gets along with. Naya always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. But seriously, besides her daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I'd be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose solder on the board. I can fix it. Really? Well then by all means. Hold on, I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What did you think? This ain't some charity? You're the one who gave us the TV. Yeah, so what? Never said I'd service it for free? Sue, you have some gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us. Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back, though I'll have to charge you for its safe disposal. Of course. Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind. Huh? Who's that now? Me, of course. Who else? Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You've got some nerve to be back-talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. Yeah, you don't back-talk the landlord. You shall have your money, Mr. Brown. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. Thanks. What's up? Suddenly, time stops. It feels like someone activated the world. We have to, obviously. The power to stop time, one of the supernatural abilities called Steins that appear in popular manga Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users. Clearly he's a Rise of Pan. Clearly, yeah. Exactly here. The girl is standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Brown was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? Also, hey Fluffies, welcome to Vibrand in the chat. How you doing tonight? I can't read Japanese. Sorry. But also, how you doing? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. Oh, never mind. It's the same one again. I see Japanese text and it's just my... Yeah, no. It's the second time I failed to read it. Yep. No, I got you. Focus second. I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. I can read text. It's fine. Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tenoji, the manager. Job interview? This young woman? You want to work at the dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden brown tube workshop with this filthy old manager? Wow. You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? Words about the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved. Doesn't even back down from the threat of charging more money. Anyway, I had no idea the brown tube workshop was hiring. You always look so... free. I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. Only that's how job acquiring worked. Can I have this job? No. 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 Can I have this job? Sure, you've asked enough times. You're hired. It's honestly surprising. Things with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Brown hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. I haven't been told to leave, so I may as well stay. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuha. Age? 18. Same as me. Student? No. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Nerd, you start tomorrow. Wait, what? Is this some sort of joke? Are we on camera? Thanks, boss. Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare ask my name? Banish a thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy. This women have learned my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger. Hey, stop pulling things out your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain. This idiot rents the second floor. Name's Okabe Rintaro. My name's not Okabe, it's Hoyoin. Read it, or I'll raise your rent. I'm Okabe Rintaro. Oh no, so he does back down at the threat of extra rent. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you. But if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Huh? Just confused expressions from all parties. Stuff like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they'll never bother you again. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, I don't think you should hire her. Anybody who plays along with his stuff, clearly. Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. It is. You just keep thinking that. But someday, the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha. And then Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. That's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it.
So hot. I sat to university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. Sounds like we got mail, though. Lukako. About yesterday. Are you really okay with that, with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much, I can't sleep at night. Yes. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. So we have exorcism, ceremony, or something. What do we pick? Let's go with something? Don't worry, thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Sure. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I think I read that already. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside. Yorubashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. Most frequently the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. Can't imagine why. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Krisu stabbing, but turn up nothing. Let's pray the organization's assassins don't get to me first. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor's back? John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time travel, and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right, but on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other, too. That's why to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. Somebody on the internet not telling the truth? No. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now in a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. On the internet, to post controversial opinions or false information for the purpose of provoking a reaction. Oh, yep, that's it. Another name for bovine sponge form, commonly known as mad cow disease. Okay. No one lies online, no. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese? Let's take a look at his post. Don't expect you to believe that it came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology is developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time traveler, lol. John Titor, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens. CERN used their time machines for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? There's no more troll sentence on the internet than, what does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? It's the Akiba satellite crash you're doing? Wait, guys. Titor-san doesn't understand @channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, Kay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip code, asshole? Or get a trip code, asshole? I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. The mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free, but you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. There's no war, no conflict, only darts. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're fraud, QED. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. The time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single, all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy, and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes in the past cause huge changes in the future. We've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world. Do you even know what CERN is? Lol. Oh, piece of troll. So if you find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler, Maul, will never be born and won't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have self-cessed? The internet, alright. You're talking about so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then fucking prove it. Post time machine pics or get the fuck out. The many worlds interpretation? Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? Do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters but put password after your name. Lol, backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on the world line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change about 0.0000002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I read one of the books on Titor, that's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on that channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. Also, hey Birdie, how's it going? Welcome to Rank Random Chat. Thank you for the host, and I hope you're doing well tonight. Taking some more kissing. Delicious. As I continue to read, however, I find the responses the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody's even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. Yep. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archived in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. Enter John Titor's name into a search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titor's postings on @channel. Can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site, just to make sure. Another site. There's only Google. There's only Google. But it gives the same results. What is this madness? feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titor for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send in an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen plus Neon Squared, a maid cafe. Oh, so does that mean... Aha! I'm a May Queen, what's going on? So what did we actually send him? Where are you? Contact me ASAP. Yeah, it sounds like every text he probably sends. Daru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. He's got a lot of things. May Queen plus Neon Squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kame Abitsi Dori, take a left at Sumakowaiska Crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radicon incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radicon building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape. We're here now in Akihabara, the day after the unexplained satellite crash. The police barricade has been lifted and a tremendous number of people have gathered in front of the station. The satellite's origin is still under investigation. We're told that it can't be removed until the authorities have more information. According to the police, the satellite does not appear to be dangerous. However, tourists and local business owners have raised concerns. Yeah, the media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line. And there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. Hope it doesn't explode or something. I'd be way more worried about it falling this way. Like, they've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, otaku are shopping for dojinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from that scene of Radicon, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I have accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. He definitely doesn't live in a fantasy world. No. Definitely not. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Hey, Destra, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. How was your heckin' stream today? I hope you had a good one. I did not glance what you were playing, I'm sorry, but I hope it was a good time. Could somebody do a shout out? This is a full screen game, I cannot tab out. It causes issues. Could somebody do a shout out for me? It would be much appreciated. Well, welcome to you and all the raiders. We are starting day 1 of Steins Gate. Heck yeah. We're not too far in? Well, we're a few hours in, but still. Thank you much, Roman. Much appreciated. But I hope your stream went wonderful today. Hope you've been keeping up on some heckin' fan festival stuff. Cause it was all good. All of it was good. I do too. I've played it before and I've watched the anime, but a lot of viewers haven't encountered it. And I'm like, and I also want to hit the whole SciAdv. I've only ever played Steins Gate and Zero. I haven't done Chaos Head, Chaos Child, Robotics Note, or Robotics Note Dash. And I now own all of them, and I want to get to those, but this seems a comfortable starting point. So, like, I'm ready to go in very deep in this series, but we're starting with the one I'm familiar with. I probably won't stream Steins Gate Zero, because I don't know if I can play that game a second time. I don't need that level of depression in my life. I'm okay. I own it. I could stream it if people are like, Viper, you gotta stream it. Like, we're done with all the other ones, gotta hit that Steins Gate Zero. It's like, I'll do it. Reluctantly, we'll get the other ones first. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Oh no. You took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. Rude. Rude. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, they're all clearly background characters. Whereas she's clearly a foreground character, as are you, so like they can't be the focus. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene. And not just me. Maybe these hiccups could stop. But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait!
Wait. She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Oh good. Hey, you with the phone camera. Wait, please wait. She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course her phone turns with her. Hey, no pictures! Are you with the organization? She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. You're not? Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts, and they'll kill anyone who gets in their way. Just a small water bottle. It'll cost you $5.99. Yeah, obviously. I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. If I upset you? I like how she's lady who apologized out of nowhere. Lady ignoring me. Probably not organization spy. Possible organization spy? Voyeur lady. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. At least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. I was shooting the scenery. She's back to ignoring him. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed. Exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. The scenery? You're a tourist? Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why didn't she take a picture? Or why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady, says the strange guy. Kiryu Moika. Kiryu. Kiryu, you say? Huh? Hmm? Kiryu-chan! I can't believe we found Kiryu-chan. Her name. I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo. I have a question for you. May I? First, the photo? There's an urban legend in Akihabara. It's Majima all along. Have you heard of it? An urban legend? What is she talking about? Well, tell me, there's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld. I've remained in this town for far too long. I need to make plans. Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that... The Phantom. Retro PC. Retro PC. She replies with a nod, or something like a nod. You say there's one in Akihabara. Oh. Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC. Do you know what we haven't done in a while? Saved. I'm still afraid of just hitting the escape key now. Retro PC? You mean like a 98? I assume that means Windows 98. A Japanese PC series sold from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. Sold so well that at one point it was called the National Computer. No, so not Windows 98. That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake. No. This... She turns her phone towards me. Screen shows an oddly shaped computer. Yep. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. Looks kind of familiar. It's an IBM 5100. IBM 5100? That's the computer John Titor tried to get. Fingers twitch, I think. You've seen one? No, I've only heard the name. Coincidence? No. This could be the choice of Steins Gate. Know anyone who might know? Daru probably knows more about it. He is my favorite right arm, a super hacker capable of breaking into even MI6's mainframe. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen plus Neon Squared. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Well, I'm off, lady. A media serum in moderation. A media scrum. Not even. During news stories with high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress on the subject. Okay. Understandable. I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. Like debate scrub, yes, clearly. What are you doing? Your email, please. What are you after? Super hacker. Guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy set to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design. I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She's following me. Pick up the pace. She's still chasing me. Stop following me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is a picture of me that she took. God, you still haven't deleted it. Tell me and I'll delete it. You dare blackmail me? Who do you work for? Attempt to glare her into submission. Her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffectual. She hesitates for a second. I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. What's that? An editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Wait, you plan on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Very well, I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to her, she enters my info with terrifying speed. Of course, this woman's an Esper. Dub her power Shining Finger. Magical Thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. Pretty sure Shining Finger's already been taken as a special power. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Name? Hoin Kyoma, a mad scientist. How is that spelled? First Ho for Phoenix, then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. Ho for Phoenix, then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. Repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the In part of Hoyoin would take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side. Like this? Owning Yomawa. That's it. That's the name. It's set in stone. It's done. What the hell is this? Are you mocking me? She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess. Just hand me your phone, I'll enter it. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. Steins Gate's going pretty darn well. Also, hey Zelf, how you doing? Welcome to Viperlane in the chat. We're not too far in, but you know, day one. We'll be playing this every Sunday for a ways. I don't remember how long it took me to go through the original time, but I also wasn't, like, dictating it, so... What does she think I'm gonna do? Her reaction's a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask her for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I entered it as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. It's just to give her my name. I already put her name in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Finger. Fine, we'll get the phone. Mailbox. Mailbox? Oh wait, no, it's a Shining Finger, outgoing, send a blank mail. She's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met someone who made less eye contact. After a few seconds, her phone receives the email. What? How do you know that name? From the blank email. My email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once. It's just my alias. I'll send another one with my true... No, this is fine. Ooh. Nonsense! I am not Okabe Rintaro, but Hoyoin Kyo. She's really not buying it. Did you delete the picture? She nodded slightly, I think. It's really hard to tell. Her body language is as subdued as her voice. You deleted it, then prove it. She silently shows me her screen. The only picture remaining is the one of that computer. That's a relief. I'll email you later. So ask, okay? About what? The urban legend. Oh, that. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact. Welcome back, Miaster. Yes, it's a cat-made cafe. Why wouldn't it be a cat-made cafe? Why wouldn't it? I open the door to the May Queen plus neon squared maid cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. Constant expression, minimal eye contact. Yep, it's Ocarine. One of them is Mayuri, but here she's called Mayushi Nyanyan. Of course she is. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. Welcome back, Ocarine! After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something. Hey, Ocarine! Mayushi just noticed something. Welcome back, and Ocarine go really well together. Whatever. Do they sound similar? Hold on. Okay. I see where she's coming from. I see where she's coming from. Whatever. Yoma, it's great that you came, yeah? The other maid who came to greet me is Ferris Nyan Nyan, her professional name, of course. Hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's May Queen plus Nyan Square's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Oh, well, hello, Emo. Daru Nyan's here too. He's been waiting, Nyan. I asked Mayuri-chan about what it is you're fighting against, but she just laughed and didn't answer. What should I do? I want to help Kiyoma-san. Well, we only got one option here, so... You don't need to know. Not yet. Eventually, if Steins Gate so chooses, you will learn the truth whether you're ready or not. Oh, I forgot to actually send it. Whoops. There you go. Perfect. Maru frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. Are you holding another secret meeting to overthrow the evil organization, Nya? Yeah, something like that. Ferris wants to join too, Nya. There's going to be much nying here. No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. It should be. It should be. True now. Ferris has the perfect secret technique to help take them down. What? You finally mastered that secret technique? Yes, yeah. After completing my pilgrimage to the Guinea Highlands and overcoming my mentor's death, I finally mastered it. Mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Hyoin Kyoma. I've also told her all about the organization, and now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. When you find somebody more chuny than you, and it throws you off guard. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, or whatever it is. So Ferris wants to participate in the spirit conference like you promised, yeah? She's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her. You're not suggesting we venture to the sanctuary? The answer is no. Although you may understand the hidden secrets, you're still too inexperienced. Those are real tears. But you promised, yeah? Are you going to betray me? Brother is waiting for me there. Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell is this spirit conference anyway? Ferris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. She's bested you at your own game, dude. You gotta respect. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. Can you now? Can you only take it so far? He doesn't notice. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. Totally different. Yours are... yours. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her. I don't quite get it, but can Mayushi go to the sanctuary too? Great, now look who's joined in. It's just gonna get worse from here. To end this conversation now. You can't come. This discussion is over. No fair, Kyoma. That's right, leaving Mayushi and Ferris-chan behind is mean. Who is Ferris? Ferris-chan is Ferris-chan, right? Right. Mayuri and Ferris look at each other and smile. You're talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? It's a disturbing thought. Well, Mayushi has a hard time saying Ferris, so I just call her Ferris-chan instead. Oh, so that's it. It's like we're in a girls' school. It's not too heavy. Okay then, moving on. Show me to the table already. How long do you want me to stand here waiting? Nya haha. Sorry, Nya. Table for two this way, Nyan. That's so many nows in one line of text. It's inner monologue. It's like watching one of those flat earther documentaries. You're not wrong. Mayushi, I'll leave it to you, Nyan Nyan. Leave it to me, Nyan Nyan. If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at May Queen Nyan Squared are required to add cat sounds, nyans and yans, to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayushi Nyan Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers, and that's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. She guides me to Daru's table. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, Maid Queen Nyan Nyan, I'm just gonna call it Nyan Nyan, its popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, this is more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears and Nyan dialect, it's got an official term now, makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. You gotta be high-level otaku to deal with nyans. High-level, advanced stuff. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Are they now? Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid equals 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses. Daru-kun, the ocarina is here, Nyan. We can't get out of here soon enough. You're way late. Seriously, man. Yeah, he really is. Daru sits in front of me, but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason. You left him hanging for a while. A long while. So what were you just talking about with Ferris? I want details. You really want to know? I don't think you'd understand it. Hell, even I didn't get most of it. The usual. Your conversations are too much for regular otaku. You guys exude an aura or something, you know? It's like you two have your own reality marble. You know, I can't forgive you. I think Ferris-chan likes Ocarina. Yeah, that's why he can't forgive him, obviously. Of all the maids and masters here, yeah, the only one who can keep up with Ferris-chan is you, Ocarina. Or does not look happy about this. I'm not even close to keeping up with her. I'm so jealous, you lucky bastard. I have no interest in women who dress themselves in lies. Like you're one to talk. Ooh. Silence, you unfaithful bastard. All your 2D wives are crying. He struck a nerve, man. He's cheating on his 2D waifus with real 3D girls. And he feels bad about it. Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls under the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table. Master, may I take your order, Nya? Omelette rice and hot coffee, black. How can anybody drink just coffee black? I can't. Mind you, I don't like coffee in general, so again, biased, but also, I've never had omelette rice, and I feel like we had to have yakisoba pan after 13 Sentinels, but just so many like anime, light visual novels, manga, it's so much a part of like anime Japanese culture. Omelette rice, I've never had one, and I feel like that's important at some point. Also, it's two things I like. I enjoy rice, I enjoy omelets. Cool. Like, is omelette rice just is it just an omelet made with rice in it? Is it just really eggy fried rice? Like, I don't even know exactly what it is. I feel like I've seen varying, like, presentations of it in various sources of media. And I feel like they're not even consistent. I like the named ingredients. I'm like, cool. After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip. So what did you need? Daru asked without getting up from the table. That's right! In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective. I was gonna head to the lab in about an hour. It's an urgent matter to discuss. Top secret. I leaned on the table and scanned the area without moving my head. You remember John Titor? John Titor? Who's that? The self-proclaimed time traveler who appeared on the internet about 10 years ago. I thought we talked about him before. Is this a new addition to your made-up backstory? We all know it's made up. It's nothing like that. Everything I say is the truth. What a pain. Well, I guess I can play along. Then an omelet with rice inside, like an empanada type thing. Cool, that sounds delicious. I like the sound of that. So what's the source of this Titor guy being from the future? Wait, you seriously never heard about him before? Seriously, bro, I haven't. Sure you didn't just forget? I can't say for sure. There are even books about him. Might remember if you show me one. Really don't remember. Memories fade. We're not computers, man. Feel that. This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Titor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or is everyone else's? Then, what about the IBN 1500? Whoa, you know about that? Cool. So you know about it. It's the model IBN released back in 1975. Right, that's what John Titor said on iChannel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBN 1500, then leaped to 1998. What kind of computer is it? The stupidly expensive kind. Back when it came out, computers were so expensive that average people couldn't get their hands on them. It was full of proprietary IBM technology and was a pretty powerful computer for its time. Then, 6 years later, in 1981, IBM launched the popular IBM PC series. Now that's more famous. It's not like I'm an expert, this is just stuff I read on a wiki. You heard the urban legend that there's one in Akiba? You bet I have. Just last month there was a big talk about it on the net. Some @channelers heard the rumors and went searching for it. My friend on Free Para, Sister Centipede, was the main person behind that. Even the legendary Neidhart der Blitzenschall joined the fray, but they still couldn't find it. I know I said all of that wrong, and I'm sorry. It was just a hoax? Who knows? There are tons of underground shops in Akiba. It wouldn't be strange if an IBM 5100 suddenly turned up there in some hole in the wall. I see. My phone suddenly starts vibrating. It stops after about 3 seconds. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moika. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite, Lamau. But, by the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting if you could. I'd be super happy if you gave me a super hacker friend's email address. I'll email you again. It's okay to email you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moika. Yep, that's a keyboard somewhere in there. Oh, come on. What's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radicon? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personalities or something? Well, I got some info about the IBM 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, won't I come off as clingy and desperate? I, Hoyoin Kyoma, will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is the superior human being. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course, mwahaha. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness. Sorry for the wait, Daru. So, there's one thing I need to know. I scanned the area with my eyes once more, then leaned in close. Honestly, if you've never tried... I used to think ketchup on things like that was... I would see like pictures of that and be like, no. Hard stop, no. Till I eventually tried ketchup on a breakfast sandwich, like sausage, egg, and cheese. I used to always go to a deli in New York. It was like 3 doors down, okay, a block away from where I worked. Great deli. And they'd always ask, whenever you place an order for a breakfast sandwich, they'd always ask salt, pepper, ketchup. I'd be like, salt, pepper, yes. Are you insane? Why would I put ketchup on a breakfast sandwich? One day I tried it. They were right. It's delicious. So, like, I can... Oh, that's fair. You don't like ketchup at all. So, that's fair. I will defend that combination, but, like, if you don't like ketchup, it's like somebody trying to defend ranch dressing for me. It's like, I'm sure you love that combination on things, but I won't do it. That's fair. That's a fair point. I wonder if there's some other, like, thing that would add that type of flavor without being ketchup per se. Like, I wonder if there's something similar enough. Like, I wonder if you could substitute, like, I don't know. I feel like the only closest thing I could think of would be like pasta sauce, but that's not quite the same. And I don't know if that would really work per se. Like marinara sauce. I don't know. Clearly I'm not a chef. The IBM 5100 has the power to destroy the world, right? What? It doesn't have the power to do anything, let alone destroy the damn world. What's this, Nya? The world's gonna be destroyed, Nya? Paris brings my omelet rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced in one hand. True feline agility. Vinaigrette? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Despite her non-Nyanian nonsense, I will never be able to say that word right. Non-Nyanian. Paris is a consummate professional. Master, thank you for waiting for Nyan. Omelet rice Nyan. The cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She uses it to write, "The world is doomed," in red letters upon the omelet's blank yellow canvas. Please enjoy your meal before the world ends. Whoa, the world is doomed for the win! Paris's handwriting is so cute, it puts my omelet in danger too. Daru, what? It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's sanity. Just gonna hold on to that one real quick. It appears the cuteness has shattered Daru's sanity. I give him a look that says, calm down, but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words. Oh, come on. The concept of him not playing along is just like, you fool. Literally your shtick. Blue screen from Cuteness Overload, yep. Oh, what a waste. I'm going to eat it either way. Darnyan. Have you considered participating in the Ferris Cup now? Yeah, of course I'm participating. First cup. Clearly eating food. What's that? Take a mouthful of omelet rice. Next Sunday, we're hosting a Rhinet tournament at the cafe, yeah? Farah starts dancing in place. I'd prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby. This is the event organizer. It's all my idea. Yeah. You can participate too if you want, Kyoma. Entrance fee is 1,000 yen and includes a drink. Whoever beats Ferris gets to enjoy some of Ferris's home cooking, yeah. Well, it'll never happen. Hilkarine sucks at Rhinet. Yeah, but it's so fun. In Universe, I believe it's a card game. Think Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's probably something close to Yu-Gi-Oh! It was in that really long one I skipped earlier of the help messages. Apparently she's good at it. Paper saying, yeah, hey, gotta commit. Gotta commit.
Yeah.
I stop shoveling the omelet rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh. Rhinet. Access battlers, huh? Whenever I hear that name, I remember the former champion. It's only been 2 years. No, it's nothing. Forget what I said. Nya, that sounded so serious, Nya. Who is the former champion, Nya? He probably doesn't exist. I mean, Rhinet didn't even have official tournaments until about a year ago. Whoops. You still can't forget him, can you, Nya? What? I remember that you and the champion, my brother, were such good friends, Kyoma. You were so close it made me jealous, Nya. And she is better than him at his own shtick, and it is terrifying. Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again! I never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Ferris even has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris. It's time to let go of the past. Seize the day with your own paws! Her shout resounds through the store. Her finger snaps at me. Even though it's painful, no. Because it's painful. I succeeded my brother's dying wish and perfected my skills as a Rhinetter, Nya. Do you remember, Nya? He always used to say, someday, let's bring peace to the world with a Rhinet. Ferris, bring me my coffee. You're no fun, Nya. I present my empty plate to Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Through the slow food trend. Sure thing, Master. Just a moment, Nya. Ferris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Ooh, if I'd left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in our fantasy world. You do understand that it's how every person you encounter in your day-to-day life thinks about you, right? You have to get this. You have to... Some bit of the brain has to be like, yo, dog, you're ignoring this, right? Like, you just, okay. Ferris is one of the most skilled Rhinetters I know. Daru explains with a wry smile. She's gone undefeated in over 400 official matches. Okay, that's good. Can't leave his own fantasy world in order to do that. Fair. Yeah. Is she Rickson Gracie? Daru ignores my perfect retort. I don't get the reference. It's so disappointing that Ferris doesn't go to official tournaments. She'd win if she did, no doubt. Why doesn't she? I'm sure it's for the customers. She probably doesn't want to inconvenience the store. Truly, a model maid. Also, she's Mayushi's age, so she probably has school too. She doesn't want to inconvenience the store, yet she's holding the Ferris Cup here. That doesn't matter at all. The point is, Ferris is cute, and cuteness is justice. Cute cat-eared maids are sweet, if you know what I mean, and that's all that matters, right? For better or worse, Daru knows what he likes. So in the end, do you bat for the 2D team or the 3D team? I dare say I'm bi. That is also justice. There's a lot of justice out there, yes. Undefeated MMA champion. Oh, okay. Why would he know that? Why would he know an MMA fighter? You're an inspiration, Daru. I know, I'm just too awesome. Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Ferris. I wish you were this passionate about our experiments. Make a Moe experiment, obviously. Hey, the final battle is close at hand now. You're more perceptive than I thought now. So now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Cross will soon hatch now. For the time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for... I can say no more now. So what do we pick? Perceptive, Red Southern Claws, or hatch? Take a sip while you ponder. Oh, I knew that was going to be the answer. It had to. What are you talking about? Will you quit testing me with this mockery? Wow. I feel like all his reactions were going to be something similar, though. Damn. I had to pull Daru away from Ferris so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. I quickly opened the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. I flip our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. I turn on the computer. I'm so happy the website still exists. This is our PC for commercial use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. But don't let its looks deceive you. Our computer whiz Daru scrounged up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadget Laboratory homepage, check my emails, visit news sites, and browse that channel. I wonder if the new title is still posting. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. I'm happy to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until CERN invents them in 2034. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using the twin paradox, but that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Still here, Faker? You're annoying. Go away. So your power is gravity control? Not bad, but still not enough for top-tier power levels. The twin paradox? Is that like the Ushima effect? That's just slowing down time, not reversing it. Who gives a shit about Time Machine? Give me stock prices. It uses Tipler cylinders and Kerr black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your Time Machine is a 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Oh, it's our friend. Oh god, shut the fuck up, you disgusting chuny scum. Oh. The twin paradox and the Ushima effect are different things. Duh. Time traveler. Lol. John Titor. Lol. Chevy's an American car, right? I'd rather go German with a BMW. Lol. By Tipler cylinders, are you referring to the Tipler machine? Lol, what? A Tipler cylinder would have to be 10 kilometers in diameter, 10,000 kilometers long, have mass equal to the sun, and revolve 25,000 or 2,500 times per second to become a time machine. Lol. How do you fit that into a Chevy? Even if you could, a Tipler machine can't travel further back in time than the moment of its creation. Enough of your delusions. @channel is not your blog. I want to hear from Titor. Oh, I think that was in reference to... I wasn't paying attention to numbers. I think that was in reference to Ocarins. I also like how you can tell this is Daru's computer because of the background, and I just realized that. You can tell he uses his computer most because of the wallpaper. This is a surprise. Does this mean people this age already know about my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, then that must have been on another world line. I at least have not gone to the year 2000. In any case, the important point is that a rotating black hole has the same effect as a Tipler cylinder. You can learn more about Curie black holes by studying the Penrose diagram or Tipler's calculations. My time machine works by generating a pair of Kerr black holes, or Kerr. In Japanese, please? Taylor came 10 years ago. Source? What the fuck are Kerr black holes? Explain using boobies, oh erotic one. I'll pay 10,000 yen to ride your time machine, not a yen more. Source is Hoyu-san's delusions, lol, a real deal. He didn't deny it, lol. All aboard Hoyun's crazy train, prepare for a train wreck. Kerr black hole time travel is theoretically possible, but How did you get black holes to spin? Don't tell me you wait until you find one spinning naturally. That's ridiculous. How do you pass through a singularity? There's no way a Chevy can withstand the pressure. Why the short explanations, John? You stupid? Want to die? Still no stock prices. Table flip. This isn't a delusion. I know for a fact that Titor posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. His Chevy has a gravity distortion unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. Yes, it does have a gravity distortion unit. My time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered CERN's design. The gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces a microsingularity, then injects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates a local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through the singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. I'm not a specialist, so I can't explain the mechanics any further. Let me just say that Kerr black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware of CERN's current experiments with black hole creation. TLDR, STFU. Unstable, sounds dangerous. Oh fuck, Titor's black holes are gonna swallow the Earth! He's not just a mass murderer, he's trying to wipe out the entire human race! Find his parents before it's too late! It's not that you won't explain, it's that you can't, lol. How do you set the destination? The Earth is constantly moving, or didn't you know that? By the way, I propose that Titor equals Ho-Yuan theory, lol. I set the destination with the VGL system. That's variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking the Tipler sine waves onto that location. Technobabble. In this thread, Technobabble. By locking into Earth's gravity, it ensures that I don't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make the calculation, so the margin of error is negligible. Ho-Yuan needs to shut up, lol. I never heard of any Titor from 10 years ago, lol. So the universe is deep in Titor shit. The same information was in the Titor book. All you've done is post 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know you're the real Titor? Gantan so moe, my waifu. I recognize different opinions. I'm feeling more and more disappointed. Still nothing concrete. Nice try, I guess, but I won't be fooled. Whoa, I shouldn't waste all day on that channel. We have more important things to deal with. Namely, the phone wave, name subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time I figure out what's going on with that thing. Earlier, I asked Daru to connect the phone wave, name subject to change, to the computer. He finished setting it up yesterday, and now he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room. Hey, Daru, what's with the X68000? I think I'm going to leave it here, though. Yeah, that's the thing. I was wanting to get past all the definitely not 4chan stuff first, but yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a logical ending point, so this is as logical as any. It's not like there's like chapters or anything, it kind of just keeps going. So we're gonna pick here for the night. It's me. Obviously, having a good time. Have we gotten to the point where you saw up to yet, Ramen? Probably not, if you saw about 4 hours in and we're taking slow time reading it out loud. So probably haven't hit it yet, but we might hit whatever point you had stopped at next time. Obviously, thank you to Destra for the heckin' raid. We also had Rose with the... Oh man, I can't click... I'll click off it, whatever. It's clicking back that really freaks it out. Nope. Kind of freaks it out on my end, but it's fine. It didn't freak it out on screen. We also had Rose with the 45-month resubscription. Holy mother of pearl. And of course, everyone hanging out in chat, having a good time, hopefully. I will be uploading these. Any game we're going to be playing like all of, I'm going to upload. I guess I'll have to do this one in 2 parts or download them and merge them because that stupid internet hiccup, but whatever. Yeah. The plan is to keep these going on Sundays. This is our new Storytime Sunday setup. After this one, I think we have to do the Chaos one. We have to, unless we decide to skip it, which I'd rather not do. But it's day 1 of this one. Let's not plan for the next one yet. Tomorrow is Monster Hunter. Tuesday, I think Mitz wanted to do some Divinity. I need to make sure it works on this computer. I'd installed it, but I haven't tested it yet. So I need to make sure that works, but assuming it works, Divinity Tuesday. Wednesday off, Thursday... I don't know. Thursday's too far away now. Who knows about Thursday yet? Probably Monster Hunter. I don't know. Oh, pots of stuff on Tuesday? Ah, rip. Sadly, no Divinity. I'm still going to test it to make sure, but that means Tuesday Monster Hunter. And sadly, I can't do next Tuesday, because that's the day I'm going to be away. But we'll get a day for that. We'll get a day for it. It'll come up. It ain't going nowhere. And even if we forget what's going to happen, it's only going to make it more entertaining when Mitch just goes full chaos mode on us all. So it's actually kind of okay. D&D on is Tuesdays. Oh, okay. So we'll find somehow we'll find a way. Or worst case, we put it on the back burner for now and we come back to it at some point. Like, but it's important that we got the full squad. Like, that's an important thing. And if somebody's busy, somebody's busy. That's how it goes. Let's see if there's anybody we can raid tonight. Let's see if there's anybody we... Wow, that loads way fast. Let's see if there's anybody... Echo. No, Echo. No, there you go. That was not supposed to load that fast. Nope, not really anybody to raid tonight, I hate to say. So we're just gonna let auto-host nab it when somebody hops on. Got ourselves a monster, a quote, a Discord, chiseled Yoshi P abs. That's timely, look at that one. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed day one of some Steins Gate goodness. This has been Vipers of Viperland. I'll see you all next time.